Hi everyone, it's me, Lois, with Aussie Lozzie Knit Designs, and this is Knit Bits. So we're winding down in our pattern overview. Yesterday we talked about the pattern instructions, and so what's kind of left is just a couple notes on finishing that I wanted to mention, as well as charts, schematics, and a little note from the designer that sometimes comes at the end of the pattern, though it can come at the beginning. So for finishing, I just wanted to mention that even if your pattern doesn't say that you should block it, I am a full 100% block your pattern, your knit item kind of gal. I think that if you're new to knitting and you've not blocked yet, you will experience just like a huge transformation in your knits. And I'll probably do a series on blocking as well in the future. But to block, all you need to do is get it wet and let it dry. That's it. It doesn't have to be big and complicated. But when your knit item gets wet, it relaxes into the stitches and just really transforms your knit object. So that's one note that I wanted to make about finishing. And then charts and schematics. So not all patterns will have these items in them, right? It is something that the designer can choose to include, but it's not necessary. Some patterns that will always have charts are going to be things that have stranded color work, lace. Those kinds of things generally do always come with charts to explain visually what's happening. And for beginner knitters, if you're a newer knitter, what I'd like to tell you is to not be afraid of charts. I don't know, when I was starting, I felt like there was sort of, oh, well, charts are for more advanced knitters. Charts are for when you know how to do lace or color work. And then I happened to come across a very simple pattern that used a chart, and it really, really helped me visualize what was supposed to be happening in my knit item in a different way. And so I became like a huge use charts kind of gal. Like, use charts. I try to always include a chart in my patterns myself, because I think connecting those boxes and that each box typically represents one stitch really helped me to see what it was that I was aiming for. And I like to do that for others as well. Schematics are going to be just the drawings of maybe how something is put together, or how, it could just be a hat. But definitely I've seen schematics where things are being seamed together, and then it will show you like, okay, this goes here. And that can be really helpful if you're doing a more complex pattern that requires that kind of thing. I wouldn't expect that if I was making a dishcloth that they would have a picture of a square. I don't need that kind of schematic, but they could, it could be there, and that would be cool. Anyway, so that is charts, schematics, and the last thing I wanted to say about finishing. So as I wrap up here today, I wanted to just ask you if there's something that you would like me to talk about next. I did think about opening up a pattern and just sharing my screen with you all and reading through it and giving you some best practices for reading knitting patterns, talking about gauges, talking about blocking. But if there's a topic you would like me to cover next, this is basically wrapping up the pattern series. So let me know what topic you'd like to know more about, and I will dive into that soon. Okay, leave me a comment, and if you liked this video, please hit like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.